Assalamu alaikum. This is Rashida, and I'm here today to discuss the steps for the J1 visa. I'm one of the PhD student in the Italian university, and I do PhD in the industrial engineering. So, I mean, if you are doing a PhD, you have a mobility of 6 months to 12 months that what you can spend abroad. So I choose USA, and the J1 visa is also a kind of the work visa that you are allowed to work here in the USA. So I will be going into the details of the steps involved in getting applying for this J1 visa. Okay. So the type of the visa which you are going to apply for is the J1 visa, and the J1 visa, it could be the intern visa or the scholar visa. So if you are coming to an industry, you are going to apply for an intern visa, and if you are coming to a university, then you are going to apply for a scholar visa. So it can be from 6 months to 1 year, and it can be later on expand. I mean, in this case, you are not going to get a 5 year visa or 10 year visa, but the weightage of this visa is more as compared to the visit visa. Okay. So the first thing is that if you are a student in the Europe, let's say in the Italy, the first thing that you have to do is that you need to find a host university or host industry. So there are multiple ways to find a host. The first thing is that if you like some university, if you have some lab of your interest, you can write to the professor, obviously with the consent of your professor in the Italy. And the second thing is that maybe in your PhD there is an industry involved, so they can refer you to some industry. For example, in my case, there is a industry, steel industry involved, so they sent me to a steel industry here in the USA. So, and the third thing is that maybe your professor in Italy can recommend you for any professor or lab in the USA. Okay. So the first step is that you need to find a host university or industry. To find a host is very important because later on you will come to know that you need a form that you can only get from the USA host university or industry. So everyone who is doing PhD can go for the mobility, paid mobility abroad, minimum 6 months and maximum 12 months. So you can avail that, but the funds are not sufficient to live in most of the states of the USA. What we are going, I mean, when we apply, we will apply for the mobility abroad. We will be getting our salary, also the 50% increase in your salary, but still that is not sufficient. So you can apply for another scholarship. So I applied I applied for the Erasmus with this. So in total I get my basic salary, then the 50% increase, and then the Erasmus funding is like 700 to 1100 based on your ISE, that is your financial condition. And also I get some token money from the industry. So altogether you need to have 3000 euros per month to live in the USA. That is very important. And also you can apply, you can choose the period abroad when there are internships opened in the in the USA. So you can also apply for the paid internship. So then there will not be any problem for the funds. So the two basic things are you need to choose a host, and you have to think for the sufficient funds. So this I already have explained that you need to this thing. Once you are done with these two prerequisite process, now yes, you can think about, or you are all set to go to the USA. Now you can tell to your friends, oh, I am going to USA, or if your friends live in USA, you can tell them, oh, I am coming there. So the first, but the two prerequisites are to find the host, and the second thing is to find the funds. To find the funds is very, very important. I'm again repeating, because being a PhD student, we already have a lot of burden on our shoulder of the research of the work, so we cannot we cannot bother about the money or the expenditures. So we cannot take that tension. So it's better for you to look for the good opportunity and then come to the USA. I mean, it is okay if you delay for 1 year. If you are unable to come in the second year, you can come in the third year, but with a good preparation, right? Okay. So also there are many states where there is no public transportation. You have to have a car, and I will be discussing this stuff in the other, the what are the challenges, or what are the tips that you must know before coming to the states. Okay. So right now this is my third month. I came here in May. So May, June, July. It's approximately 3 months that I'm here. So I am sharing a real time experience. So here is the process. That first step, when you will go to the website that I already explained in my visit visa video, you have to apply. You have to go to the same website and you have to apply for the G1 visa. The visit type visa was the B1 visa, but this type of the visa is known as the G1 visa. So there are two prerequisite forms that you have to get. The first form is the DS 2019 form, that you are going to ask at the first hand when your professor and the host agrees. You are going to ask them, okay, I need a DS form. So they are obliged to give you the DS form. I mean, in my case, my industry was not authorized to give me the DS form, so they hired a third party, Interax. So they give me this form. Also, in my case, they paid for my SEVIS, but usually students have to pay for themselves. So SEVIS is like you have to pay like 300, 350, I don't know the exact money. And also the other expense is your insurance. I mean, as I come to an industry, so I didn't pay for my insurance, because the industry already, they are covering the insurance and they provided me the insurance, but you have to buy the insurance as well. So these are the expenditure that you must keep in your mind before coming. Okay, so the next procedure is same. Once you get the two things, the DS form and the SEVIS, then now you can go to the same website where you can apply for the visit visa. If you don't know the website, just type DS form number in the Google and it will bring you to the page. So now you have to fill up the form DS 160, and it is required for all types of the visa. So it will ask multiple questions. I have explained it into the other video. You can go through it, and you can fill it up. And you can bring your photo from home, or you can take the photo when you go to the embassy. I took my photo from the booth, which was in the embassy, so it doesn't matter. So once you have to go to the embassy, you must have a valid passport, you must have a DS form, you must have a booked appointment, you must have a DS 2019, and you must have a SEVIS. So these are the documents to go to the embassy. Okay. If you have done all this, now is the time to book the appointment. So to book the appointment is really easy. If you It's very important that you have to book the appointment from the Europe. I mean, I have booked the appointment in the Italy, Milan. You can book whichever is near to you, and once you will be booking the appointment, maybe the slot will be available of the next year. So just book the slot, whatever the slot is available. and pay the fee. The fee is 185 euros. The students who are on those who will be on mobility, obviously they are going to get reimbursed this visa fee and also the flight which they are going to take. I use the Aer Lingus, and it brings me from Italy to Ireland, then Ireland to Chicago. From Chicago to Indiana I came by the bus. So um, this stuff I'm going to discuss in another video, in which I'm going to tell you what are the tips that you must know before coming here. So once you booked an appointment, then later on you can let's say you have booked an appointment of December 2025. Now there will be a tab that says expedite the process, and you have to just now expedite your process. You can click on that, and they will ask you why you wanted to speed up your process. So you are going to tell them, oh, I have the DS 2019 form, so I really need to speed up my process, because this is the only time when I can be in the USA. So I did this, and the next day I get the email that, okay, you have an appointment on this day. I said okay, and I went on the set date to the embassy in Milan. So you will get your visa in 2 days. Very good. So I just went there, and there is not really any questions. They will see your DS form. DS form is actually is a kind of visa. There they will see your DS form, and then they will ask you, okay, why are you going there? Obviously, we are a PhD student. We know why we are going here, and okay. So then when I came back to my collegio, and the next morning I got the message that, okay, you can collect your passport. So they will to take your passport. So the next day you will go to the FedEx or whatever the location you have chosen. You can take your passport, and yes, here is the visa, and now you have to do the journey. That is the best part. Yeah, this is from my side. So if you have any questions, you can write to me. You can also write to me on the WhatsApp, and I really like to tell to the other people what are the important steps and how you can do, because I really get happy when someone can do it, because there is nothing that you can do it. See you. Ciao ciao.